Oh, pardon me. Oh, encoding overloaded. Of course. Whatever. Alright. Perfect. Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome back to more of Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. Alright, episode 5, Turnabout Ablaze is a go. I was waiting for that to actually not work. Ooh. 2 cards. 1 of the Black Raven, and 1 of the White Raven. Should that not have been the other way around? Whatever. A country torn in 2. 1 to the west, and 1 to the east. When those which were split are made whole again, the truth will reveal itself. I'm gonna look at these high-ass effects. Oof. It's the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu's here. Oh. You accursed Yatagarasu. K. What? Okay, that was bizarre. 8 hours earlier. Oh. Edgeworth is just having a nice cup of tea. It could be coffee, but I'm gonna say it's tea. It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. So it actually was tea. Especially after what a whirlwind the past few days have been. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. The next day I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at the Gatewater Land theme park. And later that night, a detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office. So that's the order of events. Technically, the order of the game would be Case 4, Case 2, Case 3, Case 1. Oh, that's very backwards. Yeah, and later that night, a detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office. Along with a thief, who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Well, at least I have today. All I ask is that I be allowed to spend it quietly. I bet. That would have been nice. Is this Gumshoe? Oh! It's Kay. This is big, I tell you. Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly the phrase, the fragility of dreams, comes to mind. What are you talking about? Fragile dreams? Come on, let's go. The fake Yatagarasu isn't gonna just find herself, you know. Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night by your fake. Say what? Oh god, it's weird because not how out of order it is. It's not out of order at all. It's just you have to remember, like, where this is taking place. This is taking place just after the night of finding Detective... Was it Buddy? I can't remember what his name was. Buddy Faith, I think his name was. Yeah, it's just weird because that was the first case. So we did that a long time ago. Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. But what's with you today? Are you sure you want sleep talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I want you to see. Oh, and that is... Is it Little Thief? Oh, no it isn't. Take a look at this. Yatagarasu sends card to embassy. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. That's quite a bold declaration to send to an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. The date the card mentions is today. Today, huh? Come on, we gotta hurry. The embassy awaits. I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? Well, it's some really special country, and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. But never mind that. Where's all your energy? Why are you so... lackadaisical today? Never heard that word before. I'm not gay, you're just too wound up. Well then you should get too wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. You mean Miss You? But of course, the woman who killed Kay's father, Bern Faraday, 7 years ago. Oof. Callisto Yu. I mean, she almost killed Edgeworth too. She claimed to be the great thief Yatagarasu, and then disappeared from the courtroom. Never to be seen again. She makes me so mad, the phony. Everyone knows that the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a calling card. Until a company's underhanded dealings are made public. The target is always totally unaware that the Yatagarasu has paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yatagarasu so awesome. The Yatagarasu's card that's shown in this article. It looks to me as though it could be genuine. See, that's the thing. Whoever it is, that person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yatagarasu. If this isn't a clue that that woman's involved, then nothing is. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Out the door you go. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. We don't get a chance. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. Yeah, it's inverted, in terms of colour. That is a black card with a white raven. The other one is a white card with a black raven. Oh, cheers, cool doggy. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good sleep. Oh, there we go. It's of a different colour than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No, no reason at all. Very well, seeing as how Miss You is also someone of a special nature to me. Hey, and thanks for the lemon. I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this. I knew you'd come around, but of course. So March 14th. The Theatrum Neutralis. Ooh, it sounds fancy. By the light of this night's glorious moon. Oh my god, they're still samurai. We are ready. Ready to embark on our nightly outing. Oh my god, I haven't heard this song in a while. This is where our tale begins. Oh, I love this song so much. Oh. Oh. What a coincidence. Who would have thought that a Steel Samurai stage show would ever be held at such an elegant theatre inside a foreign embassy? Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Steel Samurai, sushi slice. I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. I have to say though, this embassy is set up kind of funny. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building. Well, as you said yourself, this place and the countries it houses are very special. Even this theatre is special in that it is a neutral zone shared by the two countries. So let me get this straight. The Steel Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries. The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabast, right? Yes, it would appear that the Steel Samurai is very popular in that country as well. Seems that way. But you know who I'm really into? The Jamming Ninja. The Republic of Babal is sponsoring a Jamming Ninja stage show. Didn't he die? That's something for fangirls like me. We've totally got to see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The Jamming Ninja show is gonna kick the Steel Samurai show's rear end. I'm certain the Jamming Ninja died. I mean, technically, it was just the person inside the costume, so they could have just hired somebody else to be the Jamming Ninja. I don't remember what his name was. Juan Corrida, I think? No, that was, I think the first Steel Samurai. His name was Matt. No, it wasn't. I don't remember. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I've always had an inkling. But what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. So anyway, about today's event. What's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabast versus the Republic of Babal Goodwill Jubilee. The small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babal. These two countries used to be a single entity that was abundant in with nature. It was called the Principality of Cadopia. Is everything alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. After a period of civil unrest, the country split in two, though signs of their past remain. For example, their flags preserve the flower and butterfly motifs to this day. Cadopia, huh? Oh. I was wondering, as soon as I heard Cadopia, I also thought of the Cadopian Embassy. So the KGA incident, and what was referred to as the second KGA incident, in which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Cadopia. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split in two. However, the Yatakarasu still sent a calling card here. What could it all mean? Lots of dots. Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me, what were we talking about again? If you could please stop spacing out on me. Anyway, we were talking about the Alabast versus Babal Goodwill Jubilee. The two countries have had a pretty bad relationship with each other. But supposedly, they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they decided to hold this event. If that's the case, then why the versus? Also, both countries claim to own the real Primadux statue, a national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today, to see which one's the real deal. Canine, I remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving desires. Well, when it comes to treasure, I can't help myself. You know that. She had better be saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, you know, and you've got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. And although we don't know if the Yatakarasu will really make an appearance, I suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. Oh nice, I'm able to move around. I could talk to the guy with the camera. Okay, that's good. Alright, now give me a dramatic slam right there. Stop. Hey, do you mind? Get out of the way, buddy. Okay, once more. In 3, 2, 1, action! Okay, was that my fault just now? Well, he's obviously working. I guess we should leave him alone. Yeah, I guess so. Oh my god, is that who I think it is? Is that Lotta Hart? I mean, it certainly looks like her. Who else has a ginger afro? It appears that the child is watching a video from the first season of The Steel Samurai. Keep on fighting until your last breath. Go my hero, the Steel Samurai. Completely absorbed in singing the theme song, I see. I'll let the child watch in peace. We're here reporting live from the Theatrum Neutralis. As you can see, tonight's audience is full of enthusiasm. Let's see what this member of the audience has to say. Well, okay, that was good. Let's do more... Let's do one more run through. Excuse me, but when are you ready to film for real? Or when you were ready to film for real? Would you mind giving me a call? I sense that you didn't hear a single word I just said. Probably not. This is... the perfect angle. Huh? Go, my image. Travel across the wave world and into every TV set around the globe. A more honest approach to appearing on TV might serve your ambitions better. Yeah, the only person I actually recognise is Lotta Hart. Oh god, I didn't even get to read that. But today's show... okay. Oof. Suppose there's no graceful way to enter this conversation. Yeah, I guess not. There are pamphlets about the two embassies here on the table. Oh! Oh god, that looks so weird. It still looks weird to me. The country split into two a few years back, and they've shared the building and its grounds 50-50 ever since. Oh? I guess it's because they don't have the money to build two separate ones, huh? I should think that's not the reason why, Kay. I suppose I'll just help myself to one of these. Ah, we got a pamphlet. Hmm? What is all this hubbub? Hey look! It's the Steel Samurai! And he's got his son, the Iron Infant, with him. Oh my god. I like how the music's playing now, that's cool. Who else could I talk to? 10 more minutes? No, in 5 more minutes. But isn't it really bad for me to spend time doing this? It's no use. Would someone please just tell me what I should do? You appear to be troubled by something. May I be of any assistance? Leave me alone. I'm trying to figure out just the right time to talk to that girl over there. And if I mess up, it'll be because I'm talking to you right now. Somehow I get the feeling he's about to fall flat on his face. Well, let's just do as he wishes and leave him alone. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. It's the Alabastian Embassy. Now, unless you have some business with the Embassy... I suppose I can't really claim to have any business with the Embassy right now. Well, you don't have to be so rude about it, Mr. Guard. Yeah, that's true. I have a feeling that a lot of Heart's not actually involved, it's just like a cameo. It is actually, she doesn't even have a name, she's just called Cameraman. Would that not be Camera Woman? So where in tarnation are they? Come on, Big Scoop. Hey, mister, out of the way. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I seem to remember this woman from somewhere, yet my instincts are directing me not to engage in conversation with her. Perhaps it would be best if I left her alone. Yeah, it's a lot of Heart, for sure. Nobody else looks like that. The ginger afro, green jumper thing. Yeah, it's totally her. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. The Barbalese Embassy is just beyond these doors, sir. You have some business with the Embassy? You require immediate access? No, that's quite alright. You sure, sir? Anyone and everyone is always welcome in the Republic of Babal. Well then, since we're here, an embassy isn't some sort of theme park, Kay. You're such a buzzkill. Alright, let's talk to the bloody Steel Samurai. Can I talk to the kid? No, I guess not. May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Please, excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. It looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth, from Steel Samurai. Wait, from Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of New World Tokyo. Wow, an autograph. Pretty cool that you got one, huh, Miss Edgeworth? Heh. Is that all he said? Okay. Oh my god, that's awful writing. And a terrible drawing. Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for you. And now the Steel Samurai will proceed to enter the Kingdom of Alabas to shake the hand of the Ambassador. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for the two countries tonight, but rather can be thought of as a goodwill ambassador from our own country as well. Ah, there he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Cue camera. In just a few seconds, the German Ninja stage show is set to begin. After the show, the German Ninja will enter the Republic of Babal. He is set to meet with the Ambassador of Babal at that time. The German Ninja show is about to start, we've got to get back to our seats. Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, the show will change our mind. Come on, we have to hurry. If we miss even a second of the German Ninja's awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. Jesus. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? Alright, there we go. My goodness. Yeah, we did it. I could listen to that A Ninja Marked for Death lullaby song all day. His superb playing and that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice. Now that's the German Ninja's greatest weapon. Those pieces of German Ninja's merchandise over there. I've got to have them. What the hell is that? I especially want the hair sticks they sell exclusively at these shows. They're exactly like the ones the heroine, Princess Misola, wears in her hair. Anyway. Hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the Yatagarasu will be making an appearance tonight. Most likely it was simply a prank. No way, I just know the Yatagarasu will show. But I thought you said that the Yatagarasu doesn't send calling cards. Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake? Well, how can I word this? The Yatagarasu's mark that's on the calling card is exactly the same as my mark. Get it now? We've got a problem. Oh, Jesus. The Yatagarasu has been spotted in Alabast. What? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Heh, so you finally decided to show yourself, you phony. Oh god. Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I will need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey, the Steel Samurai just waltzed straight on through with that one. And if you don't hurry up and let me through, my phony is going to escape. Oh, the music. K, a country's embassy is considered to be a part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country... Mr. Edgeworth! I'm going to enter through Babal and climb over the wall into Alabast. You would tell a prosecutor straight out that you intend to illegally enter another... K, are you listening to me? K Faraday, and I'm coming through! Yes, and welcome. Someone stop her. Anyone? Oh, what a handful she is. What the hell, where am I? The open air stage. Not used to running, are you, Edgeworth? Okay, where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. Oh dear. Ack! Oh. Fire, this is too big for us to handle. Looks like the Yatagarasu came to Babal too. Ah, there's the image. You accursed Yatagarasu. Okay, that makes more sense. K, you had better be alright, wherever you are. Made it sound like it was shouting at K. God. Really led you into a false sense of security. Oh my goodness. Well, there's K. Is she being held by Sheena? So, Babal Embassy, Secretariat's office. I told you it wasn't me. Lots of dots. Hold it! Ooh, damn. Okay, are you alright? Do I look alright to you? No, can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe. What is the meaning of this? Well, sir, it's, this. Oh, shit. It wasn't me. He was already dead when I ran in here, hot on the heels of the fake Yatagarasu. Look, I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open-air stage. A suspicious person? A long black coat and a hood over their head? I dare you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must be the fake Yatagarasu. So I chased after them into the embassy, then into here, and then lost sight of them. But I just know that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? There is no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary. Sheena, I believe your name is, correct? If you are making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? You refuse to answer? Oh damn. I don't need to answer. You are merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Oof. Hey pal, just what the heck does what you just said mean? If it happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction. The end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we'd like. Unfortunately, Detective, embassies are a different matter. Huh? This office is considered to be a part of the Republic of Babal, which means that anything that happens in here defaults to the control of the Babalese government and Babalese law, giving them exclusive extraterritorial rights. Extraterrestrial rights? Sir, do you really believe that the truth is out there? Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority to investigate was effectively nullified the second we entered this place, which means we can do little here in this situation. No way, sir. Please leave this matter in Interpol's hands and go home. Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, you're not... Mr. Edgeworth? In that case, allow me to join your investigation. Miss von Karma! Oh dear. Ambassador... is that Paleno? I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. It's really nothing. Manny was my secretariat, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Franziska. Well, well, I never imagined that I'd meet you here of all places. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to conduct. Already? What is it? Ambassador Paleno. And you are... I'm Miles Edgeworth, Public Prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss von Karma's assistant. Assistant? Miles, what the heck do you think you're... Please, I implore you, Ambassador Paleno. Very well. I'll be counting on the two of you, Miss von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What did you mean by you'll be Miss von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, Detective? If I don't become Franziska's assistant, I can't participate in this investigation. There you go again, running at the mouth. With that aloof expression on your face. Franziska, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet. But at least I do know one thing, that you are now my subordinate. Oh dear. Hope I didn't get whipped. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you, should you have a brain lapse. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you are done playing games... Right, let's begin the investigation. Indeed. Alright, investigation begin. By the way, Detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess, sir. I was placed on guard duty for the Babalese embassy today. And why are our police guarding an embassy? Well, on account of the card they got from the Yatagarasu. They called us up and asked for our help, sir. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Yatagarasu these past 7 years. It was a more or less mutually beneficial arrangement, if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. Looks like you failed to competently perform your guard duty yet again. Oof. Look forward to your next salary negotiation. Although it's out of my hands. But so if it gets cut any lower, or any more, I won't be able to buy even packet noodles anymore. Poor guy. Oh, he's my partner now. I thought Kay was. Oh, never mind. She's being held. So, our victim was the secretary at this embassy, I take it. Manny Cochin. I heard that he was an admirable person. Very admirable. The cause of death is a stab to the base of his neck. He was lax in watching his back. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So, Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire. What in the world happened inside this room? So we got notes on Cochin. Warrant Russian have inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Well, the knife is fairly suspicious. Oh my! Is this knife the murder weapon? Some preliminary testing has been conducted. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blade shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. suppose this means that we now know that the crime was committed with this knife. This knife's got some really fancy ornamentation going on, huh sir? This thing practically screams artsy at me too. Although it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing that I said was artsy. But the handle is pristine, there's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it has a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. I didn't even read that, my bad. Knife data jotted down. What was the logic? I didn't get to read what it said. Motif on knife handle. A butterfly-shaped guard adorns the handle of the murder weapon. Okay. Wait a minute. No, where? There appears to be something in his pocket. Is that the Yatagarasu's key? This key? It can't be. It actually is. Isn't this the Yatagarasu's key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? But that's... Huh? 7 years ago? Oh! You mean that case where I was framed, sir? Yes, it's the piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago. Which was then stolen by Callisto Yu. What? Mr. Faraday was killed with this key, sir? I thought he was killed with a knife. I mean, he was killed with a knife. Scruffy, at the very least, try to remember the details of crimes you were a suspect in. Franziska, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yu made her escape. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of this key's existence. I doubt that a new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge. I feel like the victim right now, all trampled on, sir. I suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret to this key is... Oh, it's on the bottom of it. How do I do this? There we go. Cha-ching! Ooh, wow, that's amazing, sir. It's like some kind of magic trick. So we got the Yatagarasu's key. I knew it. This is the same exact piece of evidence that Miss Yu took with her. I remember this beautiful pattern on the blade. Or in the blade. I remember this as well. It's a vine motif, isn't it? Yes, it looks like two interwoven vines, crisscrossing down the blade. Vines, sirs? I think it looks like a bunch of stars, if you ask me. It's one of those six-sided stars. Just like the police mark on their IDs. Or on our IDs. I really don't think you can call these stars. To say that the detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. The real question is, why was the Babalese Embassy's secretariat holding this? Well, we don't know how Mr. Cochin came to possess this key. We do know that this was stolen by the Yatagarasu from the Cadopian Embassy. That's right, Mr. Faraday had written that fact down in his organizer. I believe this means that further research is required into the country of Cadopia. Why don't you ask Ambassador Paleno about it? About what he knows? Supposedly, he was a candidate to be the next Cadopian ambassador once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. So I guess I'm done with exploring his body. Right, let's have a word. Ambassador! I can't believe that Manny fell among thieves tonight. Why is he, like, sweating and rubbing his hands? Without him, I have no idea what my schedule for tonight is. Ambassador Paleno, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police, that and only that. I ask that you cooperate. Oh, I ask you to cooperate, not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well. You're a rather strong man, aren't you? How fascinating! Here, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have these. What the hell are they? I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept a bribe. Oh no, these are simply coupons we distribute to promote Babal. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Babal. Now remember, the Republic of Babal is known for its feverish tourism industry. Manny Cochin. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit about the deceased, Manny Cochin. He was my secretary, and the embassy secretariat, charged with running the whole place. He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything. Accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures. I'm sorry, but did you say printing? Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, coupons, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy. I see, please excuse my forwardness. However, I feel I should mention that I have the distinct impression that I've met him before. Oh, yes. Since you're one of the legal profession, or of the legal profession, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manny was involved in the KG8 incident. The KG8 incident? The defendant who was found innocent in that case was Manny. Well, yeah, we know this. So your Mr. Cochin is the same man as the one in that case. It's been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into his job. He was the one who planned this event, and was to oversee this embassy's renovations. It really is a shame he had such a bright future ahead of him. Renovations? What exactly did you mean earlier by renovations? We can't have tourists and visitors to our embassy think we're a poor nation, can we? So renovating the embassy is something of an investment. We may have a rather paltry budget, but we're trying our best to make do. However, I guess the only person who could have helped us do our best is now no longer with us. Cadopia! Ambassador Paleno, I was wondering if I may ask you about Cadopia. Cadopia? Alright, what would you like to talk about? First, I'd like to ask you about this key. What about this key? I found it sticking out of Mr. Cochin's pocket. I believe it originally belonged to this embassy, is that correct? Upon closer inspection, it seems that this key is shaped like a butterfly. That's not all about this key, it's also capable of changing into a knife. Oh! How fascinating! Is it possible that the ambassador didn't know about the existence of this key? In its knife form, there is a flower mark at the base of the blade. I guess this knife might be from when we used to be a part of Cadopia. And how did you come to that conclusion? It has both of Cadopia's national symbols, the butterfly and the flower. I suppose Manny used this key here at the embassy back when we were still Cadopia. I keep forgetting to read the logic. Damn it. Ambassador Paleno, this key was stolen from the Cadopian embassy 7 years ago. By Callisto Yu, otherwise known as the Great Thief Yatakarasu. Oh, really? You were not aware that Miss Yu had broken into this embassy at that time? I'm sorry, I can't be of much help. I'm not very familiar with the details, you see. I only became the ambassador after Babal became its own independent nation. But if Manny was still alive, he would probably know about what happened back then. Mr. Cochin and Miss Yu knew each other 7 years ago. But that doesn't explain why I found the Yatakarasu's key here in the present. Huh. Oh yeah, what was the other logic? Key used at embassy. This key was stolen from the Cadopian embassy 7 years ago by the Yatakarasu. Okay. Franziska! Miles Edgeworth. What is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. And if you wish to convince everyone else of that, you will speak to me with respect. I mean, I'm pretty sure he always does. What's with the giddy glint in her eyes? I don't think that will really be necessary, Franziska. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me. I thought Franziska was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then, why is she here at the embassy? The murder. I was investigating at the Alabastian embassy when I got wind of this mess. Ah, that's right. The Yatakarasu was due to appear at that embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is that we didn't have a fire over there. Although there was an incident at the Alabastian embassy as well. But I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Babalese embassy. Ah, so Agent Lang is here as well, huh? I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastian embassy acting as a bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. Okay, Yatakarasu? So the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl I see. Is she perhaps trying to be the Yatagarasu? Kay would never harm a soul, sir. Kay? You remember, do you not? About the case we investigated together 7 years ago? That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. So she's that feisty little girl. Kay has been on the trail of the Yatagarasu, which is how she ended up here, looking for the one who took her father's life. I see. Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yatagarasu just keeps on tricking us all. How so? The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. So stealing a secret, the card warned that the Yatagarasu will steal the embassy's dirtiest secret. But all we've had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. And you know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract, and it's going on the rap sheet. If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder though if Callisto U really is the Yatagarasu. Oh. I suppose that's that. So I have motive on the handle, stealing of secret. So Franziska's returned. Why is she here when she is supposed to be overseas in pursuit of the smuggling ring? Because the smuggling ring's here, I guess? It's more the fact that if the Yatagarasu is currently Callisto U, we know that she's part of the smuggling ring, so they would be tied together. If the Yatagarasu is meant to make an appearance here. Yeah. To steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible that the dirty secret the Yatagarasu was out to steal is in this very room? Dirty secret? Franziska, you're in pursuit of some dirty underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence. In that case, the person I'm looking for is here in the Babalese embassy, huh? The head of the smuggling operation. I think I just might need to ask Franziska about her smuggling case in more depth. Smuggling! Franziska, when we last talked, you said you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. I suppose the reason you are here right now is related to that. Yes. After analysing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate. And this is what tipped us off. This accounting document. It's only one page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details. However, it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast. For you see, this type of paper was made only in the kingdom of Cadopia, which means that somewhere in the countries of Alabast and Babal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind the entire smuggling ring. That's Franziska for you. She's amazing, pursuing this case with all she has. Yay! Cadopian paper document. I suppose that's that. What else is there? There's a statue. Because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please not touch it? I'm afraid that the only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the Secretariat. But there is a possibility that it is related to the murder, wouldn't you agree? Hey Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up for now? We can force him to let us investigate it later when we find some solid proof. I suppose I don't have much of a choice here. This must be one of the Primidux statues Kay was talking about earlier? I don't know how you say it. Primidux? Primidux? Is it just me, or does this man look a little like the Steel Samurai? They could be twins. It's a Babal's Primidux statue. Hey, it's another butterfly! I believe that is the symbol of the Republic of Babal. A drawing this big on the wall of an embassy. It definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism. Well, I've got a lot of patriotism too, sir. The reason I became a cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect our country. You may want to, Detective. However, I have yet to see the fruits of your desire. You don't have to be so blunt about it, sir. So, we have the motif of the handle. The butterfly. Butterfly purple, national symbol that adorns the national flag. Alabaster flower is its counterpart. Butterfly-shaped guard adorns the handle of the murder weapon. I mean, is that not suspicious? The design on the knife's handle. It greatly resembles the special Babyliss species of butterfly. It does, doesn't it? Plus, it says right there, or right here, this knife is property of the Republic of Babal. Perhaps this means that the knife used in the crime was found right in this room. What else is there? There's a safe. Also a window. A small personal safe. This was Mr. Cochin's office. So perhaps he stored his most important documents in here. Ah, perhaps. Ah, of course, it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without the key. Well, I have more logic. And it's about a key, so lock safe, key to the embassy. Or key used at embassy. We know for a fact that the Yatagarasu's key was used at this embassy. Furthermore, we found it in the victim Mr. Cochin's pocket. Which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to the personal safe in this office. Good thinking, sir. Let's go try it out. It appears I was correct. The key that was left to us in the victim's pocket, it literally turned out to be the key to the next piece of the truth. Huh? So what do we have here? Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think the Yatagarasu made off with everything, sir? No, Detective. I believe all we need is a closer look. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I mean, the only thing that's suspicious is a note. What is this here? Looks like the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir. No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems more to me like it's stuck in the safe. Hey, you're right, it won't budge an inch. Not even when I tug on it. I don't think I've ever seen paper stuck on the inside of a safe before. Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe. What do you mean? What I mean is that the secret to the safe is that it has two compartments. Even just eyeballing it, you can see that the inside is a little bit too shallow. Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I'd say that there is an extra bit of space behind the back wall of the safe. In other words, the safe has a second compartment. What? I suppose that you are correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in an unnatural manner. However, if what you say is correct and there is a second compartment, how do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there is no lock, or no other lock or keyhole in sight. Actually, there is one more spot of interest to me on the safe. Oh? Yes, and I believe that spot in the keyhole, is the keyhole to our mystery second lock. The safe and its locks. Alright then, since you are so sure of yourself, show me how you deduced your answer. Wait, what? Not kind of confused, but slightly. Unless it's this. There's a hole here, sir. It's a little too oddly... Oh, it's a little too oddly shaped for a latch hole. Oh, that's a funny shape for a latch hole, huh? It's shaped kinda like a star, don't you think, sir? Detective, I would hardly call that shape a star. Must be some reason for this hole. Well, there's gotta be some reason why this hole's shaped so weirdly, you know? Am I overthinking it? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Nah, there's no way I could ever do that. Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me. Huh, okay. I mean, I could deduce that and present the Yatagarasu's key. But to be fair, what does the key look like? I want to see what the edge of it looks like. Boop. Who would have thought that I'd see this key again after all this time? It said it's pointed like 6. I mean, that would make sense. Kinda. Either way. I'm gonna try that. Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Franziska? The shape? It does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe's lock mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut, nothing more. Is that so? The person who used the safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure the safe had 2 compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure out? Or figure it out. You can't be serious. You saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of the safe? That's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove it to you. I'll prove to you right now. That the Yatagarasu's key is the key that will open it. Of course you'd object. The Yatagarasu's key? Miles Edgeworth, this had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The Yatagarasu's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of the safe. We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape than that of the key. I'm gonna do this. I'm just trying to be lazy. We discovered this trick 7 years ago, and with it we were able to economize you. Wait, what? It didn't even switch. Wait, what? Is it like the blade? Oh! Let's go over this again, shall we? The Yatagarasu's key was originally made to open Mr. Cochin's safe in the Cadopian embassy. We confirmed that as fact by opening the door to his safe with it. Now let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife's portion head-on, what do you see? What are you talking? Ah! It appears that you've come to understand what I'm talking about. When viewed head-on, the knife's blade is the exact same shape as the keyhole. Ah! The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden portion of the safe. But that's preposterous. Because it looks like a knife and was used like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago, we fell under the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife. But for both the safe and its key to conceal such a clever trick, or clever tricks, whatever is hidden inside the secret section must be of incredible importance. Then it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scruffy, hurry up and open that safe. Immediately! Opening it now, sir. Whoa, these items, it's a bunch of funny shaped things. I guess they're pieces of art, huh, sir? You're in the way, now move, Scruffy. I didn't think I was in the way. These pieces of art, they're identical to the ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world. I figured as much. These are the treasures this section of the safe was to hide from view. I believe a more thorough examination is required. Really? These are pieces of stolen art from around the world. I wonder how much they're worth, especially this one. Scruffy, don't touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why? Do you have any idea what would happen to you if one of them were to break? Is it just me, or did she hit one of the pieces of art just now? Probably. To build this sort of trick into one safe is really something. Yeah, it's neat how the safe has 2 compartments, but what's really impressive is that the other end of the key was another key. I totally hadn't noticed. Wonder if Mr. Cochin was just paranoid, or if he had secrets that of that great a value. Speaking of paranoid, I once sharpened both ends of my pencil. Okay. Well then when I went to erase something, I got all paranoid that I was going to stab myself. Please refrain from dispensing your special brand of unrelated stories while on duty. Yes, sir. Oh my god. Poor Gumshoe. These are pieces of stolen art from around the world. Okay. Ooh, I just heard that. This is the document that we thought was stuck earlier. I wonder what it's about. It's me, sir. Why don't we take a look at it first before we give up, Detective? Mr. Cochin's name is written here on the last page. 3 of 3. I wonder what the significance of this document is. Yes. Wait, what number is the page that we hold? It's the 2nd page. Oh, because that was page 2 and 3. Okay, well there you go. Take a good look at these documents, Francisca. It says that there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2. Or 2 here. Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from this set of 3? Well, well. It certainly looks that way. By putting our multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you were looking for. Yes, and with it, it's become crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Babalese ink. Babalese ink? Babalese ink is a special product of the Republic of Babal. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported. Hold it! And that reason is... that's classified, it's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Manny Cochin. His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions under which to run a smuggling operation. But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice. Well, even if he is dead, we still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds. You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. Francisca, you must know that Manny Cochin was a suspect in the KGA incident. Of course I know, on top of being the head of the smuggling ring. There is the matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved. I don't think I'm done. Maybe. I don't have any logic. Okay, are you alright? You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right? Yeah, of course I don't. And I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise of you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying and my investigation will prove that to be true. Go ahead and try then, if you're that confident. Can't allow this to continue on this way. I must prove her innocence post-haste. Oh, right. So I'm not done yet. Yeah, we now know what that is. It's quite important, isn't it? It proves that Manny Cochin was the ringleader of the smuggling operation. I suppose it does, it really does look that way. However, I don't believe this shows us all he was up to. In order to find the truth behind his dealings, we'll need to continue investigating. Right. There's probably like one thing I missed. Link to investigate. Mr. Edgeworth, there's still something on this display rack, sir. Knives, huh? Although the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately. I guess the handles all got burnt off by the fire. So even the knives fell victim to the fire. Ambassador Peleno, are these knives yours? Well, yes, they are. They are a special set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babal. These butterfly-themed knives, along with Alabast's own set of knives, are comprised of 3 knives each. But I can't believe the Babalese ones have been reduced to this state. Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tang of this blade. Ambassador Paleno, what is this notch here for? Oh, that! It's a feature of these knives where you can freely exchange the handles on them, so that we can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. I see, so these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed. Oh, there we go. So that's all I was missing. It was just the knife rack. Are you done investigating? You realise now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be? Now come along quietly, Yatagarasu, K. Faraday. You are under arrest for the murder of Manikochin. Mr. Edgeworth, please, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I chased the fake Yatagarasu in here, and he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'd like to help you... Wait. I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests, Interpol mates. What is that supposed to mean? I believe I told you that K. Faraday is not the culprit of this crime. Very well. I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. So why arrest K? Even your police confirm that the Yatagarasu infiltrated the Babalese embassy tonight. Utilising the confusion caused by the fire, the Yatagarasu snuck into this embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yatagarasu. And more importantly, or most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with the body. Oh boy, that's some pretty solid proof. Your reason for suspecting Kay is because you think she is the Yatagarasu. Exactly. But it isn't just me, she calls herself the Yatagarasu. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Yatagarasu. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yatagarasu is a Yatagarasu. Very well, then I shall prove that Kay is not the Yatagarasu who killed Mr. Manikochin. Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of. Ugh. God, we're rebuttaling. Yay! So why arrest Kay? Hold it! Okay, try again. Hold it! Yeah, kinda. I didn't even get to finish my word before I set it off. They may have confirmed it, but are you telling me that no one could catch the thief? If so, you're basically admitting that the Yatagarasu... the Yatagarasu that committed the murder eluded us. Of course, I chased after the Yatagarasu that entered the Babalese embassy right away. That is also why I'm making this arrest right now. Because at the end of my long chase, there was only this girl. In any case, this is what I believe happened tonight. The confusion caused by the fire. Are you saying that the Yatagarasu was not the arsonist who started the fire? A suspicious person in a long coat was spotted in the area. Officers in the area claim to have seen that person start the fire. Sounds like we have a phantom in our midst. Yeah. In a way, he could be considered a phantom, with the way he randomly appears. The girl claims to be the Yatagarasu. I mean, that's true. Just because she calls herself that, it doesn't prove that she is a killer. No, but it does give her a motive. The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret." Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal them. So she killed Mr. Coach for the key. I see. Her logic is very sound. I expected nothing less of Agent Lang's secretary. However, that statement just now didn't sound right. It might just be the opening I need. She wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Cochin for the key. Really? Also a knife. No. Actually, if she killed him for the key, why didn't... She would have taken the key, right? It just seems weird to say that she killed him for a key, but did not take the key. Because it was on his body when we found him. Agent Gina, I regret to inform you, but there is a flaw in your logic. Oh? Even if you claim that she is the killer, and the Yatagarasu, I am certain that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Cochin's body. Furthermore, the Yatagarasu would not be so stupid as to leave without the documents. Oh, she's sweating. She's sweating buckets, Jesus. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all. Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Cochin had the key on him. If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Need reason. All of this is simply our conjecturing after the fact. It's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe second compartment before returning the key. But the fact still remains that Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death. We have no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed the act. Oh, but I do. Actually, I do, of course. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. What? Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that will put her away behind bars. So definitive evidence. The knife wound on the body... Knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife... from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is a part of a special three-piece set, which has a design like no other. The evidence and testimony, it all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument. So you say? That is your definitive evidence. You see now that she is definitely the killer, right? No, Mr. Edgeworth. You've got to believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing this suspicious person. That's right, I ran into this office only because I was chasing after that person. Huh. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights. But then... Who's there? This is... I came to this room upon hearing the girl scream. When I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. So the object Kay felt by her feet on the floor was the murder weapon. I had the knife analysed right away, but we failed to find anyone's prints on it. But the suspicious person in the black coat who came into this room before me... You continue to insist that there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That, I don't know, but I know they came in here. That sounds like the desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth. She has a point. Even if Kay's words are the truth, I must show that they are with some solid evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't. Kay, don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Still not giving up, I see. In that case, try to counter my argument, if you can. Don't worry, I can and will. Alright, yes. Bam bam. Does this mean that you already have the results back? We've confirmed that the shape of the Babalese knife's blade matches the wound. Please don't confuse the efficiency of Interpol's forensics teams with your own. I won't if you don't underestimate our police force. And so we're clear, I'd hardly say your logic is sound, which you will see in a bit. If you can prove me wrong, please, by all means, go ahead. That has been my intention all along. Now let's return to your testimony. How do you know, though? Because the handle's interchangeable. Yeah, blade same as wound. So the murder weapon was the knife with the butterfly design on it. But is that really the truth? What are you getting at? I'd like for you to take a look at this. There is blood on the blade, and yet there's not a speck of blood on the handle. This signifies that at the time of the crime, a different handle was attached to this blade. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched, and was in fact not the real murder weapon. It wasn't the real murder weapon? This knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go? Oh god, do I have to? Ah, Christ. Ah, that worked. That was easy. As you can see, the Bubbly's knife has now been disassembled into two parts. The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceeded to swap the knife's original handle with this butterfly one. It was all to create the illusion that Mr. Cochin was killed with the butterfly-themed knife. Oof. This should clear up any and all suspicion surrounding Kay. Yeah! Your argument isn't airtight yet. How so? It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles. Don't be ridiculous. For what purpose would she do such a thing? I don't care to know how a criminal thinks. The way they knew the world... Oh, knew. I can't read. I am super tired. I don't even know why. Probably gonna have a nap after this. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem. Objection! The truth is right there in front of you, and this knife will show you the way. You will come to see that Kay is not, and could not have been, Mr. Cochin's killer. What is that? Hold up. Is it X? I can't tell what that is. It looks like a symbol. Is that a flower? Wait a minute, that means it's a knife from the Alabast. What is this mark on here? It's the mark of a flower. I assume you know what this means. No, not really. The butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink their sweet nectar. And so they do. However, would this butterfly really drink the nectar of this flower? The answer is clearly not a chance. Now to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower with this. The embassy guide. Does it actually say about the thing? Wait, it might do it on the first page. Bubbly's ink, Cadopian paper, white crystal. I find it weird that... Oh, I'm an idiot. God, on the flag, it shows you their symbols. I'm an idiot. Oh my god. I was waiting for it to be written. You can't be serious. It appears that you've made the connection. The flower on this blade is designed after a certain country's national symbol. That's right. The Kingdom of Alabast. In other words, this blade is from one of Alabast's ornamental knives. Oh damn. This part of the knife handle has Babal's national symbol of the butterfly on it. Therefore, it is undeniably Babalese in origin. But as we both know, you can't kill someone with just a knife handle. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Agent Sheena? After the fire had broken out? That's right. Kay entered the Babalese embassy after the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the Alabastian side of the building before then. On top of that, not a single person passed between the two countries during the fire, which means that Kate could not have transported an Alabastian object over here. This makes it impossible for her to be the true killer. Oh! Blown away. Whoop! Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What a great victory. I mean, it's like a mild victory at the moment. Huh? Hey, why is everyone so quiet? I'm happy we got this far and cleared Kay's name. But what worries me now is what will happen next. Oh dear. What is the meaning of this? An Alabastian knife here? Do you mean, how did this find its way to the Republic of Babal? It didn't just find its way over, rather we should focus on how it was smuggled over. You know what? My brain hurts thinking about it. While we're just standing around, thinking while you're on the run, now that's the way a real great thief operates. Okay? Oh, thanks a bunch, Mr. Edgeworth. For proving me innocent, I mean. You believed in me the whole time, right? Tell me you did. Not really, but... Come on, you don't have to be shy about it. Your argument is still not airtight. Would you care to elaborate? I understand now that the girl didn't commit the murder. However, there is still the possibility that she is the Yatagarasu. That again? Look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? I am the real Yatagarasu. I'm not like that fake one that goes around setting fires, okay? Whether you're the real deal or a fake, it doesn't really matter. All I have to say is this. I have my suspicions that this girl is the one who started the fire. Preposterous. On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing? The fact that she calls herself the Yatagarasu, that in itself is a most elegant proof. Miss Sheena. Yes? I have no intention of taking back any of what I've said. I am the great thief Yatagarasu, and I refuse to allow some imposter to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I will walk it the best I can. It's not good to be so stubborn, I hope you can understand that. Thanks a lot for the concern, Miss Sheena. Let me share something with you too, as a token of my appreciation. The sunglasses totally do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time, okay? What? Well, I guess we better get going. Going? To where? To the Kingdom of Alabast. If we don't go, we won't know for sure, right? I suppose not. Won't get anywhere simply by standing here thinking. To see where the Alabastian knife came from, we'll have to pay the Alabastian embassy a visit. Let's go, Miles Edgeworth. As you are my subordinate, I will not tolerate you bringing the investigation to a halt. Understood. Oh man. Is that the end of the chapter? Thank God. I was actually going to do 2 parts of this, because this case is split into 7 sections. You've got you've got the beginning, which we've just gone through. You've got a middle, and then end. So there are 6 more points. I was going to do 2. But if I only do 1, that leaves me with 6. So what I think I might try and do is end the game in the next 3 sessions by just doing 2 sections in each session, regardless of how long it takes. Either way, that is going to be the end of this session, because I don't think I'd be able to make it through another chapter. Yeah, without, like, falling asleep. I don't know why I'm so tired, but either way, that is going to be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.